Perché sapendo smeglio il fuoco di fuoco di quella mia mossa fatto io vedo.
A parade of some of the Cold War Soviet vehicles. The first vehicle going round, those of you who like your armoured vehicles, you might think this is something called a BMP-1. That was the Soviet armoured personnel carrier that came out in the 70s. Frightening vehicle because it could carry an anti-tank guided weapon on the top. So in other words, it could knock out a tank even though it wasn't a tank. The one you're looking at is actually a Czechoslovakian version of it called the OT-90. They put a smaller turret on it, took off the 73mm gun. This is going to sound ridiculous, but at that time there was something called Conventional Forces Europe. If you've got a big gun on the top, they would have called it a tank. You were only allowed a certain number of tanks you could declare, so the Czechs put a different turret on, the smaller gun, so they could get away with it. So that's the OT-90. Behind it, what actually looks like a T-54 tank, that you can see there, that's actually a Chinese copy of a T-54. The Russians gave the Chinese